Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about grouping payments. So this is going to be really common with, business to business situations where you're going to be doing a certain number of jobs throughout the course of, let's say, a month. And then at the end of the month, you're going to send all of that over to this business to take one big payment on all of those jobs at once. So you can see here, I've created sort of a business customer in here. And what you're going to do in order to group these payments together, or really you're grouping jobs within one payment is technically what's happening. You're going to come into the customer profile, you're going to click the add button at the bottom, and you're going to select payment in here. And within this payment form, this looks identical to what you would see within each of your jobs payments pages. But in here, we're going to start with selecting the jobs that we want included in this payment. And this is going to pull in just jobs for this McLaren dealership here in this case, and really just jobs that have a remaining balance on them. So you can see I have several that are completed. We even include the start time in here. So if you are making sure that it's within a certain date range that these jobs occurred, you can use that to sort of cross-reference. So I want to collect payment on all of these completed jobs that I did here. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of those in. So now you can see they're all listed as the jobs that are included within the payment. And now under here, you're going to see that grand total get pulled in here. This is the total for all of those jobs together. You can also see them individually mapped out down below here. And you can see if you do have any pictures included in any of these jobs, you can also pull those in if you are going to be sending this out to this customer and you want them to be able to see things like that as well. All right, but then back up here when it comes to the payment methods, I think very commonly businesses might be paying online and you could just send them a payable invoice. That operates the same exact way as if you were just sending out an individual job payable invoice. They would be able to punch in their card details online. That would get routed off to your bank account and all of these jobs would get marked as paid at once. Now, we do know that there's also a very common practice of businesses writing you checks, and they just want to write one big check to be able to send to you at the end of this. So let's say that they are going to write you a check, but they haven't actually written that yet because they haven't received this sort of super bill yet. They don't know what they owe you. So what you can do in that kind of situation is you can save this as a pending payment. So I'm going to say pending here. That's going to create this payment. It's going to generate this entire sort of super bill here. You can see that again listed down below. But up at the top, now I can send them this invoice. So I normally would send, but let me go ahead and download just to show you guys what this looks like. And now this is what you can send off to this customer. Now you can see, again, it's still sort of splitting it into the individual jobs. You can even see the individual job numbers are pulled in up here. But up at the very top, it totals and it lets them know this is the grand total that is due. This is what they need to be, in this case, writing the check for. So they'll still be able to see individual jobs and numbers, but they have a grand total here. So now let's say they write you that check and they send that into you. Now you can come back into this pending payment, which by the way, within this customer's page, this is going to be sitting right here under payments. And it's this one that I just created right now. And you can come back into this big payment here and you can mark this as paid. So let's say I do that. Now it marks all $14,000 as paid. Now each of these individual jobs has been paid for without me needing to go back through every single individual job and mark them as paid. So that is grouping together jobs into one big payment. If you guys have any questions with any of this, feel free to reach out anytime.